Don't ask me a thing, how I got her, how I did it, yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast, can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain, can I kick it? Just to flex, I went and bought a chain, can I kick it? Things ain't been the same, things have changed, can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask, can I?
She-Rag got me.
Dead boy on the beat, so you gotta go berserk.
Okay. Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that.
And we're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Giants and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This one fielded at the 5. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
28-yard line.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 27-yard line.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They'll run it with Jones. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now they'll throw with Brady. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 7 yards to pick up there.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
On 2nd down now, it's Jones. And he's got this down to the 35. 16 yards, a 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Escaping the pressure right. Looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at the 45. A first down run from Barkley, pretty well defended. Give him 3 yards on the play.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley, and he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. JPP cruising in for the sack that time.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Now Jones on first down. That's complete to Slayton. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Operating from the gun, Jones. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. After the penalty, they go with He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, Jones. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. We're scoreless after 1.
I don't want to seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, way from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle, pockets LIDs.
So 1st and goal now from the 7-yard line. They'll try and run forward with Barkley. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
2nd down and goal. Jones. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Brady gives this one off to Jones. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. From the gun, it's Brady. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And this ball is going to be touched down just shy of midfield.
At the Bucs' 46-yard line.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run it with Jones. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Leonard Fournette. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8.
Offensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Here's Brady to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
I'm going back to you. I'm going back to you. Under 10. Under 10. 10.
A quick throw by Brady, complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First down, Tampa's Brady hooks up with Howard.
At the 45-yard line.
Now a first down carry by Jones. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Jones. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
This one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
3-yard loss on the play.
Here's Bradley Pena now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
For the Buccaneers.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
On the return, the Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And we thought this game had the potential to be tight, maybe not this tight, scoreless as we start the third quarter.
I love the way you use the word tight. I'm going to take it a little bit different direction here because it's not just tight on the scoreboard. I think both offenses have been tight in how they've played this game. No one's been loose. No one's been free. They've got to find a way to make some plays, and I don't think you do it if you're really tight in everything that you're doing in the game.
From the 40 now on second down. Jones, it's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Touchdown, New York.
Sterling Shepard, 60 yards. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Giants 7, Buccaneers 0. Graham Gano set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
17-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Hey, 53. 25 to Mike. Hey, 66. Hey, 25 to Mike. We got 25 to Mike. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get up.
Shotgun now for Brady. And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. He's picked off at his own 47. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Barkley on first down, going to work his way forward, only for about a couple there. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, Jones. He'll complete this to Ingram, his tight end. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. On the draw, this is Barkley. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
It was
now they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Another try for Barkley, and he will take it on in for a giant touchdown.
New York.
Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Kick is good.
And his kick is good.
Giants 14. Buccaneers nothing.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
16-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 the score as they regroup with 1st and 10. Brady going to throw. He's going to air one out. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. He got 29 yards that time.
At the 46-yard line.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now Jones. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory.
He's across midfield to the 49-yard line. That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. This is Fournette. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Brady. Open man has got it. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. They're able to keep the drive alive 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. From the gun, Brady. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. Here's a quick throw out left. That's caught. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
But look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Brady. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll give Fournette another crack. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. What a game this defense continues to play, huh?
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you got to match that aggressiveness. No points so far in this game. Moving the football, got to be that way to go against them and try and get some points on the board.
And I'm curious on the defensive side if they stay aggressive, because you know they want to pitch this shutout.
Yeah, they have to be aggressive, but they also have to be smart about it as well, because one mistake can turn into 6 points.
Mike 46. Mike 46. Let's go. He's crossing. He's checking crowd. Hey, Alabama.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And this time he is in. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Bucs are able to make this a close game again. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each ending in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down, now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
Seems pretty obvious defensively. A key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Here's Jones to throw on 3rd down. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
First play of the drive, excellent run, just sets up wash, rinse, repeat. Another first down.
Just week one, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. This is Jones. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But the bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him. I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now Brady. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Here's Brady. Looking downfield for Godwin. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. 2nd down coming up. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They'll go to Barkley again. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun, Jones steps away to his left. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th. Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. The The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, the defense got its job done, forcing the punt. Now the formula pretty simple. They need to find the end zone here. A field goal doesn't help them much. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd and 12, Brady. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
At the 42-yard line.
Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Again, it's Jones. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And finally taken down at the 15. 27 yards there, a first down. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Now this time, Brady will throw. And that is caught. What a catch inside the 5. Brady finding Godwin there for a Buccaneer first. They still got 2 timeouts. Got to start using them, don't they?
You absolutely have to. You save them for this situation, but you have to use them.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Jones. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win. Obviously, the excitement level here is almost a fever pitch. Down 1 is tempted to go for 2. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd carried into overtime.
I'm with you. I do see some fans holding up 2 fingers. Easy now.
Yeah, they're not the ones who have to actually make that call, are they?
And now the decision is to go for 2. A gutsy call, and this, in effect, is your ball game right here. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. So now this will be, in all likelihood, to force overtime. And he has got it. So barring something crazy on the kickoff, we're looking at an extra period to decide this one.
Matt Gay to kick off for Tampa Bay.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
8 on the return. The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'd like to avoid overtime here, so maybe they can work the sidelines, but then defensively, how do they adjust to that if they do work the sidelines?
It's the old leverage game, and we usually talk about leverage at the line of scrimmage, right? Who's going to win with the low blocking and everything that goes along with that. But in this case, you're trying as a defender to leverage them towards the middle of the field, not let them get to the sidelines and try and tackle them in bounds in order to run the clock out.
Chess match here late. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out and a 5-yard penalty. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, part of why that play works is because the defense has to freeze because they don't know whether he's going to hand it off or keep it himself. And this time, how about that sleight of hand there? Gives it to his wideout. And that indecision defensively, boy, it hurt him in a big way.
And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. As overtime wears on, something to keep in mind, it is hot down there on the field.
And if we think it's a sauna, what are they feeling down there? And this is where both teams find out about their strength and conditioning program. All the work they put into it to get to this moment, and did the guys follow the mantra of hydrating ahead of time so they're ready to go right now.
Now a first throw here in overtime. Catch made by Slayton. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Brandon, that's a huge completion there. That puts them in field goal range, but let's face it, they don't want 3 here. They want 6. With these overtime rules, a touchdown finishes it off.
Yeah, looking to win it right away. Good to know, though, that they have 3 in their back pocket if they need it. Two minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. Jones now on 1st and 10. Buying time to his left. They still can't get him. He'll run it. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. It's 3rd and 4. Big play here, trying to keep this opening drive of overtime alive. From the gun, Jones. And this will be caught. It's a touchdown. And absolute stunned silence here as they have come in and stolen this one in overtime. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Giants, it was a game that could have gone either way, but they get the touchdown in overtime to secure the Week 1 victory. And they will head home next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons.